You have to follow the laws and statutes, not me. I do not swear an oath. I'm a sovereign. I have inherent rights that you guys are violating right now by not letting me go.
Okay.
You guys need to let me go and stop harassing me. That's the way it is. I'm the people with all the power, and you guys, I can abolish, alter, or change the rules at any time. As long as I'm not hurting.
And the reality is, there's no harm done here, and we're wasting a lot of time and holding up traffic. I'm sure you guys have better things to do. If we could just be on our way, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
I didn't hurt anybody.
His seatbelt is on, and no harm was done, and we just want to be on our way. I mean, we're wasting everyone's time here.
For not hurting anybody, for not committing a crime. I didn't hurt or do anything to anybody. You can't do anything to me. If I go to court for this, you guys are going to get sued. I am going to sue the fuck out of you guys.
If we could just be on our way, I'd appreciate it.
And I know his card now. I need his card. He hasn't even identified himself. He hasn't properly identified himself with his card, his business card. That's a fraudulent document. I do not swear an oath. I'm not working in the capacity of government. You're out of your jurisdiction. You have no authority over me. Yep. I know my rights. You're violating my inherent rights right now.
Hey, so recording this? It's audio.
I'm not contracting with you guys.
Yeah, I don't choose to contract with you either. I'd just rather be on our way. No harm was done. We're just going to the store to get some oil. It's not like, and I'm sure, you guys, you mentioned that this is your job. I mean, isn't there something more productive you guys could be doing?
Yeah, and we would have been out of here in about 3 minutes.
He's not your friend.
I never said anything about friends. I'm just trying to understand why we can't just be on our way. We've got things to do. You guys have better things to do. His seatbelt's on. He knows better to wear his seatbelt.
Which is the reason I stopped him.
Doesn't matter.
It does.
I didn't swear an oath to uphold your laws and statutes.
Well, I'm trying to.
I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm a sovereign, and I have inherent rights. All I have to do is not hurt anybody. Who owns me? Do you own me?
I don't know you.
Show me the paperwork that owns me that says that you have authority over me. You swore an oath to the Constitution and the state Constitution, and you're violating that oath right now. You're committing fraud.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't see it that way.
So you agree that we can be on our way then?
Are we allowed to leave now? Can I leave now?
I can't leave until I have to determine who you are for the purpose of issuing a citation.
If you had jurisdiction over me, but you don't have jurisdiction over me.
Okay. My jurisdiction is anywhere in the county.
And you swore an oath. You swore an oath to uphold.
Definition of jurisdiction is to swear an oath.
You swore an oath to uphold, and you're violating that oath. You're violating my constitutional rights as my Oregon constitutional rights. You're violating this right now. You're harassing me. You guys harass me all the time. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. You guys push me in the corner every time, and I'm tired of this. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm not contracting with you. I'm a sovereign. You guys can't.
I understand that.
You swore an oath to do what I say because I have inherent rights, and you're violating my inherent rights.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not the case.
That is the case. That is absolutely the case because you're doing it right now.
Okay. All I need is to find out who you are. Once I find that out, you're out.
My name is Man. I go by the title of Man. You do not own me.
What name was given to you at birth, though?
I go by Man. I don't have a title.
You don't have a title?
No, I go by Man.
So you'd like me to call you Man?
Yes, my name is Man.
What's your last name?
My name is Man. That is it.
Man what?
Man.
So what's his name?
I don't know. His name is whatever.
Okay.
Did he violate anything? Did he hurt anybody? Did he cause a crime? Why is your lights on? Is this an emergency? This
Well, no, I don't want
this is a crime by putting on your emergency lights. No, there's no emergencies happening right now
Okay. I turned on my emergency lights to get you to pull over
because there's emergency.
because you're not wearing your seatbelt.
Is that an emergency? Is that an emergency?
Okay.
Is that emergency? Somebody get hurt? Did somebody just get hurt?
No.
Was the bumper falling off? Did I have brake lights out?
I've told you numerous times you weren't wearing your seatbelt.
There's no emergencies. You didn't need to pull us over. You're harassing us, and you're violating my human rights. I can't believe you're doing this. This is what you guys do.
Why stop?
Why'd we stop?
I thought there was an emergency.
Yes, that's why he stopped, because he thought it was an emergency. I wouldn't have stopped. I would have kept on creeping along slowly, not causing a problem, and then I would have gone to my place, and then you probably falsely arrest me.
Falsely arrest you.
Yep.
For stopping.
For not stopping. Because I don't think you have authority or jurisdiction over me. You don't have authority or jurisdiction over me. How simple is that?
I need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I don't need to carry I don't need to carry ID. I don't need to carry papers. This is not Nazi Germany. This is America, the land of the free.
I'd like you to just give me.
This is the land of the free. And I don't have to give you a name. I don't go by. My name is Man. I told you that already.
Okay. What name did you go by at birth? What did your parents
Man. My name is Man. Child was back then. Now I've evolved into a man now.
Okay. I need to find
Only God can tell me what to do. Okay? You don't own me. You don't own me. I'm not your property. I'm not your chattel. Your cattle.
I'm just trying to identify you.
No, you're trying to make me contract. So you're trying to solicit my name to solicit money off of me and control me. And
I'm not trying to solicit any money off of you.
You're trying to issue a
system is designed to do that.
Solicitation?
Yes, by getting my name and getting getting me to contract with you. I'm not contracting with you. I didn't do anything wrong. I haven't harmed anybody. You guys are falsely pulled us over with your emergency hazard lights and won't stop harassing us. You're violating my human rights. If this goes to court, I swear to God, it'll be the last straw for me. And I will bring you guys to civil court, and you will be held accountable individually, each and individually. And you're still going to have a lawsuit for coming over my house and trespassing.
That is your right.
Yeah. Oh, I know what my rights are. I know what my rights are, and I'm not waiving any of my rights. I'm not contracting with you at all. I'm not waiving any of my inherent rights. Period.
Okay, I'm not asking you to contract with me.
You're doing this rhetorical talking, and I'm going to say the same things over and over again.
All you got to do is tell me who you are.
I'm not going to. I'm not contracting with you, and this is what you're trained to do. You're trained into getting people to give you their names and threaten them with jail, like he just did. He threatened me with jail time for not doing any harm or anything. Yes, you did. You threatened me. He threatened me.
That's one of two things is going to happen. You either need to tell me who you are so I can issue a citation to you, or we're going to take you to jail and figure out who you are. No, that way. One thing is going to happen. You're going to leave me alone. You're going to stop violating my human rights, my inherent rights, and I'm not violating your rights.
You are by harassing me right now. You're not doing what I tell you to do, because I can abolish, alter, or change the government at any time I see fit.
So you're telling
just
me,
as long as I'm not causing any harm or hurting anybody or taking hurting people's property, and I haven't done any of that. I haven't hurt you.
You can tell me what to do then.
You swore an oath to serve me.
We're all free, and you swore an oath to be a public servant.
To be a public servant, and you're serving me. You do what I tell you to do. I have not sworn an oath. You swore, and the Constitution, the state Constitution, and the first article chapter, section 1 says, clearly states that you do what I tell you to do.
It says that we have the power.
I have the power to alter, abolish, or change anything that any government, as I see it. Look it up. It's in the criminal code.
It's in the criminal code. You can just change the laws.
It's in the criminal code, in the Oregon State Constitution.
Okay.
Look it up. You swore an oath to it. You went to academy. You studied this. You know what the law is.
You're right. That's why I'm here talking to you.
Yeah. Why don't you know what your oath said? What you took an oath to? The first article of that Oregon Constitution clearly states what you have to do. You have to stop violating my inherent rights, and that's what you're doing right now. You're violating my inherent rights.
Well, that's not.
You need to let me go and stop harassing me.
I'm not going to let you go.
Well, you're violating my human rights then.
I'm sorry.
My inherent rights as a natural man of this land. You're violating my inherent rights.
All you got to do is tell me who you are.
I'm not contracting with you. My name is Man. I go by Man. I don't have a title. I don't play your game. I'm not playing your word game. I'm not playing all that crap. I'm not contracting with you. He already knows. Why didn't you talk to him? He knows. He's heard this a million times already. He's heard it a million times. I'm sure he looked it up on the net. It's been on the net. All this recording is going to be on the net, and you guys are going to be put, and it'll be used as evidence against you guys.
Okay.
This is Upton, Officer or Deputy Sheriff Upton, UPTON, and this is Vargas, the same guy that was at our doorstep the other day trespassing. And he wouldn't leave, and and then he sent somebody else to come back.
Tell us who you are.
No, I'm not contracting with you. How many times do you understand I'm not going to contract with you? Do you understand that? Do you remember this word game? Do you know what understand means? Do you know what understand means? Remember that little word game?
I'm not asking you to sign a contract.
Do you understand me? Understanding means that you have authority over me, that I stand under you. I don't stand under you. I don't understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't stand under what you're saying.
You violated the law.
No, the law that you swore an oath to, and I did not swear an oath to. I didn't violate any laws.
You weren't wearing your seatbelt.
I didn't violate the law of the land, God's law. The only law that has authority over me is God's law, which is not to harm anybody or hurt anybody's property. Or there's 3 laws, and not to break contracts. And I did not break any contract. I didn't hurt anybody, and I didn't do any damage. You have no authority or jurisdiction over me. We're in the land of the free. I don't need to carry my papers around with me. This is not Nazi Germany.
I don't need to carry your papers. I just want to know who you are. You got to tell me.
I don't have to tell you anything.
That's all it is.
I don't have to tell you anything. You're violating my inherent rights right now, and you should be leaving me alone. If this were a just system, and you guys were real sheriffs, you were bought out like in 1970? No, they were bought out by...
Okay. I'm going to ask you to please step out of the car.
I'm going to ask you to leave me alone and stop harassing me and violating my inherent rights.
Okay. I'm not going to leave you alone.
Well, stop harassing me. Stop violating my inherent rights. Are you not going to stop violating my inherent rights? Because that's what you're doing right now. Are you going to stop doing that?
No.
No, you're not. You're not going to. You're not.
I'm
what?
enforcing the laws.
You're violating my inherent rights. Are you going to stop violating my inherent rights?
I'm not violating your rights.
You are violating my inherent rights by not doing what I'm asking you to stop. Leave me alone and stop harassing me.
That's not going to happen.
Well, you're violating my inherent rights then.
Okay.
You're committing fraud. You are committing fraud against the oath that you swore an oath. You swore an oath of office. You are a civil servant. And you swore an oath to serve me.
Okay.
And
what's your point?
I'm saying you need to stop harassing me and leave me alone.
I'm serving the public, keeping everybody safe.
Did I hurt somebody?
You potentially could have hurt yourself.
Potentially? Well, anybody could potentially hurt themselves by walking even.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. I didn't hurt anybody.
Okay.
I didn't break anything.
You broke the law.
I didn't break you. I didn't break anybody's property. I didn't break anything. I didn't break the law because I'm not under that. You're not under. I haven't sworn an oath of jurisdiction or authority.
Okay. It's simple. I mean, you're extending this out way longer than it has to be.
If I contract with you in the least, that gives you authority over me, and I don't contract with you. I'm not giving you jurisdiction over me. I haven't sworn an oath. I'm not being silent.
Why?
I'm not being silent. I have inherent rights, and I'm sticking up for my rights, and I'm not going to waive any of them. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about this?
15 minutes ago.
I don't care about that. I want my inherent rights. I believe in my inherent rights.
Okay.
I'm not waiving any of them.
But I'm doing my job.
I'm not waiving any of my inherent rights. And you're harassing me and violating my inherent rights by not doing what I'm asking you to, which is leave me alone and stop violating my inherent rights.
Friend.
It's not. He's whoever. He's whoever he is. He has nothing to do with this. Obviously, you pulled him over. You put on your emergency lights illegally to pull him over because you say there's an emergency, which there wasn't. That's committing a felony right there. You're committing a felony. You are just fraud all up and down. And this is being recorded.
Okay.
This is all being recorded. And
all I need you to do is step out and chat with me.
He's committing fraud too by perpetuating the system, by letting you violate my human rights.
Okay. He's not doing
He's violating my human rights by letting you violate my human rights. I'm asking you guys to stand down, and you're not standing down. You're supposed to be standing down now and leave me alone.
in the car and you're not doing that, so it sounds like we're kind of even then.
No, we're not even, because I didn't swear an oath. I am not a civil servant. You did.
Well, like I said, one of two things is going to happen.
No, that's not the way it's going to happen. That's not the way it's going to happen, because I'm not contracting with you. I'm not accepting that. I do not contract. I'm not accepting your deal.
I'm not making a deal.
Yes, you are. You're asking me if I will. This is the way it's going to be, and I say this is not the way it's going to be.
I'm not asking anything.
You're going to violate my inherent rights then.
I need to find out who.
Are you going to violate my inherent rights? Why don't you answer if you're going to violate my human rights?
I've already told you
my inherent rights.
You're right.
You are violating them right now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Ward's coming. 573. Hey, how far out are you?
Can we just be on our way? No harm was done. He's got a seatbelt on. We're wasting everybody's time. I'm just trying to be reasonable here. I mean...
Tell me who you are. That would solve this whole issue.
I haven't done anything wrong. I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I don't have to give you my ID, my information, anything.
All I need is a name.
All you need is something to contract with you, huh? Is that all you need? You need a corporate fiction name? You need a corporate name to associate my body with? You don't own me. You may own.
I claim to own you.
Well, you say you have authority over me, which you don't. If you own me, you have authority over me, and you don't own me. I am a civil, or I have inherent rights, and you are violating them.
Okay. Why don't you step out so that we can let your friend go? Because we don't need to keep him here. You don't need to keep him here.
I'm not contracting with you. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
I didn't violate any.
Okay. I need you to come out of the car.
I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Why do you need me to come out? I didn't do anything wrong.
You weren't wearing your seatbelt. This
and you guys won't just leave me alone. I know. You guys won't leave me alone. I'm trying to keep my inherent rights. I didn't do anything wrong.
You're very contradicting of yourself. You're saying the same thing over. It doesn't make sense.
He's been pretty consistent.
Go to the car. Finish this up.
No, I'm not contracting with you. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hurt anybody. You guys are violating my inherent rights by not letting me go. You swore an oath to the Constitution of Oregon, Chapter 1, Article 1, saying that I have all the power and you guys have to do what I tell you to do. I didn't hurt anybody. The only laws I have to follow is that I don't hurt anybody, and I didn't do anything wrong. You have no jurisdiction or authority over me. I didn't swear an oath to your corporation. There's now another officer, Router.
Step out.
He just opened the door, and now he's physically taking me out of the car, and I do not consent to taking off my seatbelt.
Sir.
He made me take off my seatbelt.
Time to get out. Step out. Come on out.
They're physically making me go behind the back.
I understand you don't consent.
Well, if you've arrested my passenger, am I free to go?
I'll ask the other deputy. Just hang on a second. You need your driver ID. You got your ID on you?
Look, I didn't do anything wrong.
Right, you're a witness to a crime. Do you have your ID on you?
I do have these fraudulent documents, and
Can I see your fraudulent documents?
I am not contracting or committing fraud by producing these.
Okay.
I have the capacity to act in the
Do you still live on
government.
Tamarack Road in Bend?
I want you to know that by answering your questions, I am
do you
not
still live there?
consenting. Yes, that's
Okay.
my.
What's the phone number for you?
I don't have a phone right now.
Okay, what's that on your knee?
It's not activated.
Okay. Hey, Brian?
Alright. Drive safe, okay?
Thanks a lot. What's the deal with him? Do you know?
Oh, he's going to jail.
Okay. All right. Well.
Got to identify him, or not you, sorry.
Yeah.
To identify him, so, for a violation. Alright?
Thanks for letting me be on my way.